So now, just for those that may be just listening in for the first time, Mark has been the reason, and you, Shukri, Mark is normally he comes in studio just to explain, but he unfortunately, I think it was ice, right, Mark, and end up with a very serious injury, and he's recovering, and so that's why stir crazy these themes about wanting to. Well, I mean, I don't know. Have you what have you been using a lot of the time, Mark?
Being reflective, really prioritizing. So one of the things I've also realized is my kryptonite, other than not being able to walk around and keep moving, is having like too much around me. So because I can't move, I've got all these files like up in my face. They're like in my grill. It's like, this is an emergency. This is, so what I'm realizing is the prioritization. Okay. What is important to complete today? Where's the win today? Complete that, feel good, write it down, move to the next day. So having that in my face, I've separated it out and moved it around, and now pulling in one thing at a time. And a lot of it's creativity. My soulmate, Ed Perry, I get him. I understand him. The need to be creative when you are creative is like air, oxygen. So been writing, been journaling, been thinking, reflecting, growing.
Reflecting is such a powerful thing. I tend to do it a lot myself, especially when it comes to just life in general, because, life is such a beautiful journey in which that everybody's got a story. Everybody's got certain roads that they've traveled on. Some of it smooth, some of it not so smooth, but it's part of what makes it so unique and beautiful at the same time. And even in those painful moments, it's still beautiful.
And you must remind yourself that too.
Yes.
Shukri, very profound. So what's your origin story here? What brings you to WATD co-hosting with Christine and Rob today?
I'm glad that you asked, because it's my story in itself, it's a journey, but for obvious reasons, I'll try to shorten it as much as possible. But my origin story is I was born and raised in New York. I grew up loving sports, but my first love was, in fact, news radio. I grew up listening to Tintin Wins in New York, for example, as a very young kid, like 7, 8 years old in the late 90s. And like my dad unintentionally, instilled that, because like we had a routine every morning where I would sit down with my little sister. My mom would make breakfast and I would eat like a bowl of Quaker oatmeal with cinnamon and raisins inside and listen to the news radio. And from there, it just developed a genuine keen for radio itself and the medium, because it's so like intimate. It's like you and I, we can have a conversation right now. We can talk about any particular topic. And from there, it just grew into, learning about, sports, becoming a sports fan. And once I learned and realized that you can talk sports on radio, that was all she wrote. And then it led me to ultimately wanting to travel. And I ended up coming to Boston in May of 2014 for the first time on a crazy, wild ride that was. And the rest is history.
A wild ride that was.
Yes.
I heard you almost say crazy. I love that. That's a super inspiring story. And I wish you all the luck. You already can see it. You're going to be successful and enjoy that journey.
Well, Mark Stiles is with us. And by the way, we are looking ahead at the weekend and also reflecting, as Mark talked about. And we do want to mention Mark and his great team can help you out in a number of areas at stiles-law.com, stiles-law.com. And you can find their office on Route 139 in Marshfield. As Mark always says, you can give them a call as well if you want to ask a question and get on in there. Right, Mark?
Absolutely. And for any purpose, truly, Rob, whether it's a practice that we handle as part of our core competence,
yes,
or it's not, and we can save you the time and effort of hoping to figure out if you found the right attorney, or in that matter, financial advisors and CPAs and real estate professionals, give us a call. We'd be happy to introduce you to the right person sitting in the right seat. And that phone number is 781-319-1900, 781-319-1900. And Rob, we hired a new team member, a fractional CMO marketing. So we're going to get spicy. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff going on. So I encourage folks to check out our social media channels. We're going to invest a little bit into that medium.
To find out more about that person. Okay.
And
it's about to get reels.
Reels.
You see what I did right there?
Oh, yeah. I noticed. And congratulations, by the way.
I didn't know. I think it's pretty funny. It's going to get real, but we're going to be doing some of those reels. So Thomas is getting in. He's going to be cutting some stuff up, making it vertical and putting some of the content out there. So I encourage people to check out the smaller bits of conversation. And a lot of this stuff's going to be on there too, Rob.
All right. Well, good stuff. Styles Law, Mark Styles, Route 139, MarshfieldStyles-Law.com. Well, Mark, have a great weekend. Thank you for being with us. Are you into the big game? Is that to factor in to what you do in your plans?
So I'm a huge Swiftie fan.
Okay.
I like Taylor Swift.
Did you expect me to say that?
No, I didn't.
No, I am. I'm disenfranchised with all professional sports right now. And again, you might want to do the disclaimer line that the opinions of Mark Styles are not the opinions of WATD. However, it's true. I love college sports. I love the competition. I'm disenfranchised with all of the pro sports. So I'm actually in it for the commercials.
Okay.
I love football. I love hype. So I'll watch, but I won't care that much.
Okay. All right. Mark Styles, Styles Law, Route 139, Marshfield. Feel Good Fridays with us every Friday at this time on WATD. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you all very much. Nice to meet you, Shukri.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Mark.